Well, hello there, everybody. Going to turn that down. Otherwise, Trina, you and I will be talking to ourselves in the past because we would be
Yes,
technically in the future.
yes.
So, anyway, welcome everybody. It is Tuesday, so it is a second look day. So good to be back here and love the tribe. And of course, my beautiful co-host, Miss Trina Phoenix. How you doing, my dear?
I'm wonderful. And how are you, Wayne?
Any better. I don't know if the universe could really take it. There's a transformation. So in that case, yeah, I'm doing okay, baby. I'm doing all right.
Yay!
Your smile is bright and beautiful as ever. Love the energy. So how has your week been?
It's been busy. You know what,
Yeah.
Wayne? I'm not seeing us live, but we must be. Let me see.
Let's see. It says we're live. And let me go over here. And it is live.
Yay,
So
okay. It's not
yeah,
showing
it's
up on my,
live.
oh, there it is finally. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting a little
Yeah. Yeah.
concerned here.
Yeah,
There
because
we go.
and realities are splitting, so it's possible. I think one there, but there. But anyway, hello, so
Have
tribe,
you
what's
been
up?
feeling that, Wayne? Have you been feeling that too? I've
What's
been
that?
feeling the splitting. I'm
Oh,
feeling the splitting.
it's everywhere. It really
I
is. Yeah,
Yes. How
yeah,
did this week feel for you energetically?
off the freaking charts. I mean, it has been. I tell you. And Soul Tribe, welcome all the moderators, Lucky, Chloe, Jesse, Project, Skyfalls, Delaney, Pearl, Go-Go. And by the way, Elderberry, I believe, if I am right, you're in Elderberry, Missouri. So I need to,
Ah,
anyway, there's a story there we'll get to in a little bit later. So Mary Wins is, hello, darling.
hi,
How are
Mary.
you? Joyce Marie, how you doing? Robert V is in the house. Emperor Rex is here. And Loretta, how are you doing, darling? Go, go. How are you doing? And there is Ginger. How are you? Be lovely. Good to see you and Lost in Space and all of you. Yeah, it is great to be here. So to answer your question specifically, um, we are living, my wife and I are living, in a world that seems to be going into this really negative place.
Mhm.
Our reality is 180 degrees. It Trina, it's been a week of miracles. That's all I can say. And miracle is defined by that which you had desired, focused in on. It's a miracle for me every time it manifests because it
Yes.
and here's why. It's
Yes.
going against this tidal wave of negativity. I mean, the world doesn't want you to
Absolutely.
prosper. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can go through any wall of energy because it can't touch you because your vibration disperses that frequency and it can't stand in your presence. You're a
I believe that.
lighthouse,
I
Wayne.
really
You're a
do.
lighthouse.
Paul Joe, good to see you.
Mhm.
It's been phenomenal. And I just got an email from Jenny, going to get her on. You and I were talking prior to we got this, and folks, thank you for all. And listen, this is only going to be a momentary thing
Yes.
for the audience. Here's my
Mhm.
question: what would you do if every dream, every wish that you had began to come true? And let me just throw a caution: if you truly want it, that can happen. But Trina, here's something that as I was coming back to Colorado, was thinking that people don't stop; they don't really believe that their wishes can come true or their dreams, their goals, but there's a price to be paid. Because
Yes.
if your dream comes true, that means it's bringing change.
Yes.
And Trina, it's amazing. We never stop and say, well, how do we want that change to be? For us, it's come in like a freight train. Now we're
Well,
adapting, we're loving it. I,
yes.
I
And
told
you've
Lynn, I
earned
said,
it. You've
well,
earned it.
you
You've
are
put
like
the work.
the ninth person that has freaking said that
It's
in the,
true.
I mean, wow, you just would not believe how many people have said that.
Well,
So,
because it's fact, Wayne. It's
yeah.
undeniable. You've done the work. We were talking earlier, when I saw you come up with the favor,
Yeah.
And the bringing that word back to life. It's an old word. It was used for thousands of years, but you literally recoined it in our consciousness and brought it to the forefront. And through favor and invoking favor upon all of us in this world over and over the past few years, favor now has changed everything that you are. It's
I agree
coded
with that.
now in your very DNA. You literally carry the letters, you carry the word favor in your essence. It's part of your being. And now it's manifesting in the world. So thank you, my friend.
Well, thank you all. I mean, it's like, geez, it's
Bravo.
I was going to have Natasha on tomorrow. I can't be here tomorrow because I'm actually going to be at the airport. But she'll be on next Wednesday. And I was writing her because the reading that she did, it was that period of time. It was very strange. It was like 6 days and 15 different readings, all saying the same thing. And so I'm writing to her, telling her everything what the card said, what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And she wrote me back and she said, just what you said. She said, you have sown so much favor. She said, the universe itself, it's no matter what negativity comes, this favor just, it goes right through it.
It's frequency.
Yeah.
Lower energies can't stand in the higher vibrations. And that's a vibrational thing. And you've literally integrated that vibration through a word into your being. This is the power of the word.
And I hope everyone's doing this as well, because, this can happen to anybody. But getting back to that change thing, wow. I mean, and the change is, I don't think that there is a part in our life that hasn't been affected. So it's, and Lynn and I are just giddy because to us, it's like, and she gets it, when the family are seeing it. And of course they're asking, so
how are you doing this?
Yeah, exactly. You guys just lost, you lost how much? And it was a huge loss. It was a death. It was a part of us. But when we let that go, her and I,
it's just coming right back.
It's amazing. The doors that were open. And I want to share this. So Lynn, we both grieved in what happened. But it's interesting. So we both, unbeknownst to each other, started writing our list. I didn't know she had one. I had mine. And so I'm writing and I had no idea. So as things began to happen last week, and it was like we walked, the best thing I can describe, Trina, it was like we woke up in a different reality. We're still in this world, but something changed in our reality.
Yes.
And so over the weekend, we bring out our list. Here's the interesting thing. Everything that she had wrote, that I had wrote, that agreed, is manifesting.
Yes.
The outside things that both of her and I were wanting, which were not in tune, I mean, I have no doubt they will, but the things that we agreed on, Trina.
The things that you felt in your heart, the thing that had the strongest resonance field.
Yeah, because we wrote this independent of each other.
Yes, but you were in alignment. And because you were in alignment, when two or more come together with a common goal or vision, the manifestation power is so much stronger. So that's why what you two both truly wanted most, if those were in alignment, it's solidified first. The other things will come. But the beautiful thing is that this is how we can look at the most powerful law of creation: love, cooperation. Cooperation is the ultimate first fabric that makes all things what it can be. It's because there's a cooperation, an agreement upon a vision. So you guys nailed that. And now the foundation is set for your new future because you've created it with your thoughts. That's wizardry. It's powerful, beautiful, what we're supposed to be doing in this.
It's what we're all supposed to be doing. You know where I learned this technique at? And then here again, it was in Christianity, in the book of Habakkuk. And they're Habakkuk, it's a strange name, 2:3. It says, and I'm going to give you the backdrop to this. So the children of Israel are coming out of captivity from Babylon. And so they're coming back to Jerusalem, which has been absolutely obliterated. There wasn't even a stone left. And the prophet Nehemiah was here, and the people were complaining. They were complaining that, there was no temple. They were complaining because of the Babylonians had just decimated and made the whole area desolate. So this is what Nehemiah told the minor prophet Habakkuk to say. He said, write the vision down, and though it tarry, it shall come to pass.
Yes.
And what the prophet did is that he drew a picture of the new temple. And so as each day, the people, as they walked by, they saw that image. And within a period of time, they were stopping complaining to where now they were all in agreement as to how they were going to build the new temple.
Absolutely.
There's a moral to this, to all of our lives.
Yes.
Yeah, like you said. And that's what it is, to a
the
more.
Power of the word, and understanding no word is formed without a vision first.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
When this is truly how we manifest. And when you took they had a mindset of loss, and then it was replaced with a mindset of building and recreating. Yes. And when that consciousness hit the collective, then it completely dissolved. Yeah.
And we're a collective. Hey, I haven't seen Steve, Bo. How are you doing, my friend? And James, right?
Soul. Yes, we are.
This is a powerful group. I'm going to have Jenny on. So good to hear. And Jenny, I just didn't have a chance to read your email, but there's a lot of change taking place in a lot of our lives in this group.
Yes.
And we'll keep it together, folks. I get it that, that we've kind of, as Joyce said, we've kind of carved out this time period wherever you are. I will soon be doing the show again at the normal time, but it'll be 1:00, because we're moving to the Midwest. And by the way, folks, this can happen to all of you. It really can. Trina, I was telling you, we actually have property. I mean, woods, dense wood, oak trees, big oak trees.
Yes.
And I as I was looking at this, it became to me that I'm going to create a vortex.
Yes.
Why not?
You are the vortex. I just said it. I gotta say it.
We are the vortex. We are the vortex. Hey, B is in South Africa. Welcome. And Jules, how you doing? Man, there are so many people. And Suzanne, man, I tell you, I really do. This group, it is just, yeah. Now I know Grandpa Brian told, if I'm right, there is going to be a meeting of the tribe in Indiana. I think it's right after the 11th, 14th. I won't be able to attend because we're packing.
Right.
Packing. Yeah. Do you know how much stuff you accumulate in nearly 20 years in one spot, Trina?
A lot. Yeah. Yes, I do, Wayne. A lot.
What is it about our nature? Humans are like that. We collect memories, and then we collect a lot of stuff. Even when you say you don't want to collect a lot of stuff, it seems to collect.
I know. Yeah. I think some of us too, though, it's in our being to be the memory keepers.
I think so. Hello, Jeanette. How you doing, dear?
That's your love of books. It's I have the same problem.
Yeah.
I have the same problem. And it's like my mom's getting ready to bring all the photos to me. She's like, you're the one that keeps these things. This is for you. I'm like, you're bringing me boxes, Mom. More boxes? Oh, God, more boxes. Oh, God.
Exactly.
More boxes. Oh, God. Okay.
But yeah, I love books, but I got to tell you what, packing them, and then you begin to pick them up and you're moving. I mean, this is like a freaking gym.
Boxes, Wayne, that's the secret. Lots of small boxes.
Lots of small boxes. Yes,
boxes.
Baby, and you can actually start doing, lifting weights because 40, 50 pounds on average. And I'm going,
yes.
Lynn's looking at me and she's saying, you bought them.
Yeah,
You
you
pack
bought
them.
them, you pack them,
And
babe. Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
what she said. I said, all right, dear. What can we say?
I did buy
Suzanne
them. I
says, my
love
dining room table is always collecting. Yeah, I mean, it's
mine
amazing.
too.
Hello, Michelle Reed. How you doing, darling? All the way. So yeah, it's just, and I'm just at times I'm looking at this, and we got a timeline that has already been set, and you're going, okay, okay. But
Yep.
I keep telling myself, and I keep giving thanks to the universe, to the spirits, and to the gods and goddesses. We asked for this. We desired this. This was a wish. And it was something that we, as like you said, we've worked at. Even through the storm, we were still planning. And
Yes. You
and
didn't
so
let doubt stop your dream.
I was tempted.
I bet that's testing. Those
What
are
most
times
people
of
don't realize
initiation.
is there were a lot
Yes.
of tears. Lynn and I, there
Yes.
were some, and it seemed like there was so much, these personal things were going on in the subgroups here. And it was just a very dark time. And
Yeah.
but yeah, look what
That
happened.
40 days through the desert, Wayne.
Jeez, I mean,
We come out new
I was
beings
riding
after
that horse with no name. It's
right?
like, yeah, I know why Dan Peake wrote that song. It's like, so the horse with no name is really the journey that you're going to name it.
It's
Is
God.
Yeah, it could be exactly.
Yeah, it's the whole creative fabric of everything.
Yeah.
It's when you're going to find new potentials, you're going to drop everything that once was and rebuild from something brand new. And that's no name, because no name is everything.
Yeah, and exactly,
All
it's,
potential.
as they said, the true creator, whoever that is, has no name. There
Correct.
would be no name that, could contain it.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Yes.
But I do know this, that it's amazing because you can actually change your karma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can
How about
recode.
that? They just didn't
Yeah.
give that book to us, when we came in, the book of life. It's like if they
That's
just,
what you did. You recoded, Wayne, with favor, and
I
then
believe
the
that.
power that you gave to it, and the repeating it daily and giving it out as an energy and a blessing and a prayer for people, that recoded you. It literally recoded you. I saw that. You recoded the world with that word vibration. It like woke up and it affected the whole matrix. And then I saw it went into your matrix. And
Wow,
it
that's amazing.
recoded you.
Because we started with favor, and then
Yeah.
we've gotten to nothing missing, nothing broken.
Yes. Prosperity.
That is exactly. If there's nothing missing, nothing
Yes.
broken in your life, that
Yes.
would be for me the definition of true wealth. It's a wealth
Yes.
that transcends the physical all the way into the ethereal.
And that's the only one that matters. So
It really
bingo.
is.
Bingo. Yeah. You ding ding, you win the prize.
I was in meditation, and I heard this distinctly in my spirit, and it said, many people are going to be surprised when they cross over, because you see, there's a commerce system here. There's a commerce system over there.
First shock is, oh shit, I'm not dead.
Yeah, exactly. What? and
I'm still thinking my body's down there, but I hear it. I'm all good. What is going on? Yeah.
I think that's one of the things they say, that and I'm finding this because there's so many spirits here. It's something I'm writing in my notes. I have my little journal that, I take out with me, and I'm writing notes in here, and I'm convinced that there's some spirits, the transition is boom. I mean, they're out of here. I mean, there's nothing here on earth that there's not a family, there's not a loved one, there's not anything that's holding them here. And they don't seem to be around.
Yeah.
It's the ones that apparently don't realize they're dead, or what we call dead. I don't know.
Like Patrick Swayze with Ghost.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
something holding them here. Love, addictions, whatever it might be. But there's something that's pulling them back to the third dimensional reality, which they're now existing in the fourth, but they're still anchored and imaging the third dimensional in their mind. So it draws them back to it, because what you think you go to in those realms, as soon as you get out of your body, you travel through thought. So when you think about something, you're going to it or it's coming to you, one of the two. So this is why we have to learn now to be very conscious of our thoughts and what we allow to run through the thought construct, because literally right now we have a delay, y'all, and there's a buffer, but there's no delay. There's no buffer.
And I think that that's part of that and we call it the matrix. I think it's as good as name as any. But it's that the perception is that, well, are you spirit or are you physical? And then as we're making that separation, it is that thought. I mean, a lot of people think they're going to heaven. A lot of people think I don't know if they think they're going to hell. A lot of people think that they're going to be judged. And, I was having this conversation with an individual who it's like, if you like hot sauce, there's a way that you start off with, the jalapenos. You don't go to ghost peppers, but anyway,
right.
I totally blew his mind. But I said, because you believe that you're going to be judged, I said, you will be. I said, but let me ask you, who's going to be judging you? Yeah. And he said, well, God. And I said, well, which God? And he said, there's only one God. And I said, who?
Right.
And so now he's looking at me and he says, so you're trying to say that there is no judgment? I said, there is no judgment. I said, there isn't a being, whether it be God or whether it be another human, another spirit, that could ever judge you. You lived your life accordingly. I said, if there's going to be a judgment and a reconciliation, it's going to be you doing it.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be you judging you, nobody else, but it's you. But if you understand that the consciousness that we're all sharing on this third dimensional solar system experiences, we're sharing a collective soul. So in all actuality, we're all the same being operating in an illusion of separation, but our consciousness is one unit. We're all functioning with the same, but you have choices within what you choose to think about in your separate, individualized expression as a human. So it's so complex because we are so unified on such a deep intrinsic level, but we do exist with the separation in the physical body and the illusion that we're all different, because we are expressing in a separate, individualized state of consciousness. But when you get to the essence of it, we are truly all operating as one mind.
That would be a Unitarian thought. I'll be candid with you, I don't know.
I think it's like the pia matter. It's like it's a subconscious part of what makes us all be able to communicate with each other. Like we have to have something similar so we can connect through the vibrational rate of frequency that allows that communication to exist. So that's the foundation of all of us that is similar, because without that, we wouldn't have any collective ability to communicate or connect to each other the way that we do. So it's the first evidence for me that we are a collective soul.
Well, I don't know. Someone may argue that, we know some very liberal thinking people. I mean, really liberal. Yeah. I mean, politically very liberal. Yeah. And, some of their thoughts that, I was having a discussion with the young lady recently, and it was a challenge because I have to remember that their view of reality is much altered than mine. They weren't even alive when I was in my youth and living out the adventures that I had. And, and it's good because it's helpful in the fact that it allows me to see the world through their lenses. Yeah. And it's sometimes is, and she is a delight. She said, I may not agree with you in everything, but she said, you are one of the most, and this is interesting. She said, you're one of the most temperate people I've met.
Yes.
Now that was to me highly highly intelligent when I see a person use the word correctly in that proper context. And
Yes.
and I think that you stay temperate because you have to have these challenges.
Wayne, and you know that I have literally over the years, I've watched you manifest that ability. I've watched you grow with that so much.
And
So
it's been
much.
difficult. I
And
mean,
now you exude the frequency of it. That's powerful. What a beautiful accomplishment. Yay, you, Wayne.
well, I'll tell you
Wayne,
what, now
that's
I've
wow.
got some friends that are on the other side of the political
Right?
spectrum who think I've lost my freaking mind.
Absolutely.
They,
Wayne, you can't have one without the other, Wayne.
I
You
think it's
gotta have
like,
both.
I
Gotta have
actually had
both.
one said, that there was a time when I was considering to run for Congress, and I look back now and I think, holy crap, what? What?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
And
That might be.
because if there's something that I have learned that is so contentious, I mean, it is truly the poison apple is getting possessed with the political mindset. I mean, and because it's true,
You're in
you
a
need an
constant,
exorcism.
yeah, constant state of fight, constant state
Oh
of division,
man,
constant state of
it's
battle.
oh
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
hard frequency. Yeah.
And I've been fortunate to know, a number of key political figures that are even in office still today. And one wrote to me and said, man, I don't know. He said, because he watched the channel, and he said, I don't know exactly what train stop you got off of, but that station isn't even located in this galaxy.
Right. It's like,
And
catch up, dude.
I just said, occultism. I said, it's amazing how that word used to frighten me. And I said, now I embrace it. It's like,
Me too. It's
yeah,
my favorite. It's like, oh, anything that's hidden, I want to look at it so I
and
can
that's
make
my
my own
point. And
decision about it.
I
Yeah.
told the individual, I said,
Yeah.
so you're all about hiding things?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we're about
Exposing
transparency.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. I said, man, some of the darkest magic I've ever seen, besides in religion, is politics.
For sure.
Wow.
For
I
sure.
mean,
Oh yeah.
woof.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's
Yeah, powerful stuff going on there. Wow.
it's just someone said, I'm just reading it. The chat room is going really well.
Hi everybody.
Everyone we love. Hey, Ballot Brandon, how are you, my
Hi.
friend? Good to see you. I do love this group. I mean, yeah, I know, folks. We've been doing this for over 5 years.
Wayne, all this stuff with the sun changing and it's shooting all this stuff at us and all this stuff, and then when you brought the favor thing, and I had that download of how you recoded the matrix, and then I saw today the inverted part of it where it created a new matrix in you. It seems to me that this might be one of the keys to help us all get where we want to go, is to really start understanding the power of the word. And if you want to manifest things in your life, you need to focus on a word that's going to help you accomplish that goal, whatever that word is, and how to integrate that into the matrix so it will anchor back into you. But it started within, went out, and then like a Torah field, I saw it wrap back in you and recreate your code through letters. And our DNA is words, it's letters, it's letters. So there's something very important. They're showing this to me. It's creating a new tree of life by recoding it through the letters of your consciousness, which is attached to the words, thoughts, and emotions that we're speaking. But we literally can recode this at this time. And I think this is what we're being shown. And we're finally starting to put it together, that we're literally recoding, and we didn't know it, but now it's time to actively participate in this process because we've earned it.
Yeah, and that's interesting as you were talking, because favor has a frequency. It'd be really interesting if we could break it down to its primary you
It's
know,
royal lineage is what they show me every time I see that. It's ancient and it comes from royal thought.
I wonder if if the word favor itself, because it's a spirit word, favor, it's not guttural. It's from what we call the rock of the spirit. So it's, from the, are you there?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a yeah, they're showing me female atomic vortex energy over reality or something.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting what I'm seeing. It's very you're onto something with that. There's a very powerful part of the actual Latin or something of this word. It's
So since
old.
I started speaking favor,
Yeah.
I know this. Oh, it's been heard over 7.4 million times.
Wow, seven creation. It's
Yeah.
hit. Wow.
7.4 million. And that's just the estimate when I started speaking favor to the audience and to where we are today. So there's 7.5+ million
Seven
seeds.
and four is 11.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah.
This is how we do it, Wayne.
This is the way we do it.
Yes.
See, Julie says working and listening today, sending love, favor, and smiles to y'all. Well, Julie, we just got you going with the favor bubble,
Yes.
the whole favor thing.
Favor.
And Steve, how are you doing? How's the healing, my friend? I know you had a little challenge there with and Steve lives up north, so we love you. And Michelle, how are you doing? That's how we do it. That's it. That's the way. We like it. That's all we got to say,
Right.
I
think the
love
music
this.
and the frequency and the dancing is also too how this stuff goes on, like supercharged power. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's that song. Who sang that song? I got the music in me. I'll think of it. I got the music in me. I can see her face. Come on, audience, y'all know that.
I can see it too.
I got the music
I'm bad with those names.
Yeah,
I see the faces though.
Yeah. Complete and total healing, Wayne. The doctor are amazed. Steve, way to go, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yay, miracles for you, my friend. Beautiful, brilliant, and congratulations.
Yeah. I
Nobody
love
can
it.
do that for you but you. So congratulations.
Far out. That's that one of those praise reports.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Joe Sapien, thank you. He says you empowered my life too.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a group. That's all I got to say. And I'm convinced as well, many of our soul tribe has already passed over. They've made the transition. Although I have to say the spirits are really quiet. There's just,
I was just thinking that, and you know what? It's interesting. It's like they're busy again. I think
they are.
We don't have time right now. We don't have time right now. They might for a minute at the end, but they're like, we are busy.
Hey, Grace, how you doing, darling? Jargo, good to see you. But this is what I love about this group.
Something, Wayne.
What's that, hon?
They're holding a line right now, and they just asked for support. They're holding a line. This means they're stopping something from entering. Pray on that. Send a lot of energy to building a very strong field of frequency of love that it cannot get through. That's all we have to do. Build that wall with love. Start seeing blocks of love. Help them out. Wow. I literally just saw they're fighting. They're holding a line. I literally saw that.
I love that. James says I need to lose a few pounds before I make the transition.
You're instantly perfect when you go there. You only are what you think you are.
I often wonder, what does the spirit weigh? I wonder about that, because there's a movie coming out, by the way, folks, that I saw the trailer. This is going to be good. It's called 3,000 Years of Longing. And the trailer is one that this group would really get into. So the progenitor of the story is a woman. She's in a antique shop. She finds these, looks like 2 crystal type balls. She goes back and through thinking, and the trailer goes pretty quickly, but the whole thing is she actually brings it holds a genie, a jinn. And so the genie manifests, and it's so fascinating because it's like I'm watching this and I said, all right, this is weird. The story is based upon what would be your 3 wishes. Now, we just que sera, this fluff this off like it's nothing, but it's probably one of the most serious questions, because if you don't know what your wish is, then you're wishy-washy. But the point is, the genie begins to explain to her how many a mortal soul has been granted the wish. I think I'm one of them. And the thing is that the vast majority of mortals never think the wish out, because a wish changes your fate. Your timeline is altered. And when a wish is granted, and what the story is showing, it's torn people apart because they never considered the consequence of the change.
Yep.
Boom.
That's hard for me when I think about, God, if I could have 3 wishes, what would they be?
What would they be?
Yeah, I'm going to ponder on that. I'm going to work on that, because you're right. There's something important about that.
It's
Oh
something I thought. So,
you know what I just heard?
What?
If you're on the right track, you go to body, mind, spirit. So you go to the frequencies of what would affect the body, what would affect the mind, what would affect the soul. Like they're saying, you better be in check with all 3 parts of self before you create or manifest a wish. They're showing me like, wow, important 3 wishes, 3 trinities in the body, 3 consciousnesses in the body.
This is serious, Trina. And so everyone in the chat room, would you want 3 wishes? I guess that's one of the questions I have. Would you, as I'm sitting here now, and it's beginning to really, you begin to see this epiphany. If you were granted a wish, it is amazing, because it's not, regardless of how small the wish is, Trina, it changes things. It sets in. Wow. I mean, you get this thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at what's happening in our life.
It's almost like it does that recoding thing.
Yeah.
It recodes everything if you take on a wish. So how does a wish have the power to recode like that? That's profound. There's something in genies and the jinn. We have always heard about the powers of these beings for a very long time.
Off the Hook says wisdom, health, and prosperity. You know, that I dig where you're coming on that, Off the Hook, but let's get specific. So what would wisdom be? Proverbs says,
how would it affect your world if you knew everything and you had wisdom? How would that change your world?
Well, let's talk about wisdom. Proverbs says that wisdom comes at a great cost, that no man is allowed basically to have wisdom without it being of a high cost. So I guess that would be my first question, Off the Hook. Let's, when we talk about this wisdom, health. So let me just talk about health. So health, let's say your body is perfectly in health. That means you basically are going to be living way past all your friends, all your families, where you will eventually be alone.
Yep.
The last one you said prosperity. But what is prosperity? Now, is it prosperity of the mind? It's the prosperity of see, this is what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. What did you get? Something triggered on you there, hon.
Well, remember I told you I just started my book, and you just brought up wisdom.
Aha. And what does your book say?
This is very interesting, because we started out talking about the word. Wisdom is nonverbal thought. Understanding is verbalization. Wisdom and understanding are thus seen as male and female. Abba, father, Ima, mother. Thus, the primary letters are called the mothers. Then, below, wisdom lower levels is the division between good. Do the divisions between good and evil exist? The antithesis of wisdom is understanding. Understanding is just below wisdom. Understanding is where things are delineated and defined as separate. The level of wisdom, all men are included in a single world soul. Understanding is where the soul of each individual assumes a distinct identity and it is seen as a separate entity. The divine name associated with understanding is Elohim. Elohim is plural, plurality of the forces. Wisdom is undifferentiated. Understanding divides the path. 32 paths are the paths to wisdom. Wisdom is pure, undifferentiated mind. It is pure thought, which is not broken into different ideas. Wisdom is above all division. Wisdom is simple unity. The seeker of wisdom must learn from evil.
See, there you go. It is. That's just it. There's nothing. I don't want to say it's complicated, but it's never as it seems. There always is so much more behind it.
What we forget to see is that everything here is got dual aspects of its essence. So every time we think, oh, we're going to wish for wisdom, did you thoroughly look at what are all the negative consequences that arise through the knowledge of wisdom? That's what I'm saying. There's no more separation. You would not be able to decide anymore between two things because there would be no division in your mind. You would not hold the power.
Someone said that asking for wisdom is opening yourself up to be tested. And that is so true. I mean,
bingo. That's what it says. To know wisdom, you must know evil. Initiations. Yes, you're going to get your butt kicked. I've done that before, and it did. It hurts. But you do understand there's two sides to every single situation. Once you ask for something, be careful what you ask for.
Well, and that is something, again, that's wisdom, because it's one that question, again, if you had, see, Chris says, Alan Watts says things fairly well. Alan Watts is my mentor. He was a
Me too.
fabulous guy.
Yeah.
And he would say today, if he was still alive, that he would expect our consciousness in our place in the universe, understanding who and what we are, it should have been much more evolved by now. And I think we're getting that to a degree. But the three wishes, maybe the wisdom part of this is to say, thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, I have seriously, like, if I don't have this thoroughly processed where I feel that I'm consciously safe with that concept, I would seriously decline. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in our case,
I do know this is some kind of a contract, and obviously it's so powerful it can change reality and it changes your DNA. So this is literally what I'm seeing, and I've never seen that until today. So this is a very powerful situation that we're tapping into.
It will literally change your life. I mean, there's no denying that. And the changes, as my sleep has been really deep, very peaceful, very restful, but it is this in my dreams, the changes that have taken place as I can just speak this for Lynn and I, is that it's literally transported us to, a different plane, a different wavelength.
You jumped
could be very well a very different timeline as well. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're all sitting right in each other. So you jumped to a more positive timeline. And like I said, do you see the initiations that you had to go through prior to making that jump?
It's not easy.
No, it's not. And that's why you made it to the positive timeline, because you didn't let doubt kick your butt and keep you on the same trajectory.
It was a 16-round fight, and I got to tell you, it had me down on the mat a few times. I was going, damn, where did that come from? That son of a bitch can. And as the ref come out, and I said, like hell, listen. They couldn't kick my ass when I came into this realm. They've tried to kick. I mean, in
Yep.
my lifetime, I've had 7 different near-death experiences, you
Mm.
know, and so, you know, but I got to tell you, this one, it was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's friends like you. There's so many friends. I consider all the people out there,
You know, Wayne, it's like you said, you had to let go of such a massive amount in what this world would reflect to as important things, monetary, you know, just you had to let go of a lot. And instead of letting that beat you down and going against the world and saying, oh, victim, it's not fair. How could this happen? You said, no, I'm going to manifest something better. And I'm going to turn this to my benefit and my favor. And because you made that decision, wow, you will be experiencing the blessings and the favor that you've created to make that jump.
Because I don't like that hood, you know, victimhood. That's a hood where you don't belong, man. I mean, you get your ass kicked in there.
You got it.
I mean, you know, victimhood sucks, man.
Going lower.
I don't want that hood, you know. I would rather be a part of the neighborhood, you know, but but it's so true. It's these things that you learn, and yeah, and again, it's because of this group here. Hello, Melanie Rains. How are you? She says, I don't have any sound. Well, we can do sign language. We love
refresh. Refresh. Go out, go in.
Go out,
go in.
So, but and you know, and let me tell you, in this group, we've had our arguments, we've had our little bickering, but no matter what, it's still a fabulous group, and it's been all part of the journey, you know.
Yes,
it has been.
Yes.
And I just hope that so many people that's listening to this, and I said this last week, and I meant this. You can have the life that you want. It doesn't matter what the economy is. It doesn't matter if the world's at war. What really is Trina, as you have said it, it's what is it do you really want?
Yes. And you know, Wayne, that's like I said, you know, watching you manifest all of this, it was your time. And all of those things happened exactly when they were supposed to, for you to be through the initiations and the testing, and for you and Lynn to merge your powers and your potential in unity as a couple and to manifest this beautiful new reality. And it was done with such ease and grace. It's so profound to see that. And I think many of us, I know for myself, I've manifested like you are doing now. I've done that before. And I've been at such a place now of, like I said, I think I'm getting very cautious of what
something you did on the audio, hon.
Huh?
Your audio changed.
Did it?
Yeah, it just when you moved your head or something, it could have just
wow, that's weird.
That is weird. Natasha said this when she was doing this reading. She said, you know, she said the gods, the goddesses, the spirits are just, you know, they're amazed. They watched you go through this, and many of them were expecting you to go that direction, but you went the opposite, and they're dumbfounded.
Wayne, I went through what you went through in 2008. I went through this. Lost everything. I went through it. I went through something so similar, but I had a divorce with it. So it was a double whammy. But, yeah, that could have taken me down. And that was what was the test. It was like, are you going to be able to get back up through this? And I was like, there is no stopping me. And it took time, and it was a very serious initiation. My house caught on fire 3 times. I mean, it was intense, and it didn't stop for months, and months and years. But then I came through it. And now it's like how your foundation is being set, and it's going really, really quick. I've been cautious as to what do I want to manifest? What, you know, I really have you, the 3 wishes. It's kind of like I'm in that, do I want the wishes? How do I want this to happen? What do I want to show up in my reality? What is my ultimate goal for my life? I'm processing all of that still. I'm still at a place of.
A lot of people saying your voice is complete. You want to plug you in and out your.
Let me see.
Now talk. Weird. Yeah, it's really weird. A little bit better, but yeah, that was really odd. It's like your voice is almost being synthesized.
That's weird.
It's very weird. Hey, Elderberry, how are you doing? By the way, Elderberry, do you actually live in Elderberry, Missouri? Is that what I'm thinking on that? Let me know. I'm watching the chat room. So let's hear you, Trina.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. All right. They messed with the
Now you're
audio.
back. Yeah. Because that the voice was like, people were going, it's not the face is the same. The voice is just a little weird.
Yeah, that's funny. They just totally jacked with the audio. That's a first.
It says elevated light. Is that elevated lioness says you're speaking facts right now. Things are intense and have been for years. Can't wait for this to set. Kind of skeptical of my 3 wishes now too. You sound well, but if you really believe them, yes. So, but it is true. I mean, when you look at the opportunity that exists and what I am seeing, this universe, I mean, for myself, I saw the universe basically within my bubble, and that was the universe. Now, as I have continued to progress down this road, as I look out from within, it's so vast. I was last night, was here by myself. And so I was really getting into some intense meditating. I had to shut down.
Yes. It's too much.
It started big. Getting a little,
it's too big.
Weird. Yeah.
You feel like you're losing your self of identity after you get so big into, it's too much. I've had to pull back too before. It's like, it's too much. I got to stop. It's too much.
Someone, Harry says fractal bubbles. That is a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Not only that, if you can fractal and get into all 12 dimensions simultaneously, that's a real mind twister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electric Tragedy. Hadn't seen you before. Welcome, said Jacob Israel's book in the background. Talking about you. Yes.
The calling. Yes.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So I love this. A lot of new people in here. Thank you for tuning in. So we got back to this whole thing. It's amazing, folks, when you really think about it, if your wishes come true. I mean, wow. This has been one of, I love our shows, but because yes, the universe, it's the word like you and I were texting this week, is temperance. What does it mean to the individual? And Brandon said he's been having some pretty intense dreams. I exercised the demons successfully in my dreams last night. They've been much more intense lately. Way to go, dude.
Yeah, good for you.
That is some serious.
Seriously.
Yeah. Seriously. I love that. But the universe in temperance. Mm-hmm. And as I wrote to you, you said, well, what does that mean to you? And it's always meant balance.
Yeah.
And isn't that what we really seek, is that balance?
And you always see temperance is the angel.
Yes. And
the angel is your higher self. That's the representation of you.
And I love that angel.
Yeah. To be in
I give it a hug all the time. I said, come here, man.
And when you are in the frequency of the higher self, that temperance is what is there, because you do have a comprehension of both sides of the scale. You do see everything as it actually is, because you're seeing both of it. You're seeing all of it. That's your 12th dimensional aspect.
I have become more in tuned, and I'm getting some new equipment in as well. The more I get into the paranormal, or the aspect of what are we really dealing with here? Are these humans? If they're not human, how'd they get here? And I tell you what I have found, Trina, is it's not that simple. I thought it was pretty much, black and white, but wow, the gray area just, it goes on and on. There's some strange things out there. And I will say this, there are forces that don't really care to be around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even when you said just the gray area, just the gray area is a whole construct. Just the
It's
gray
like,
area.
what the hell? Let's see.
For
Elevated
real.
Lightness. Temperance was the first card out yesterday in my reading. That
Yes.
card has been showing up a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Something going on here. That's all I got to tell you. You know, and I know we got some gifted readers in here. I mean, so Elevated Lioness, I'm just curious if you were an observer and we're watching 15 different readings from 15 different tarot card readers, and they were all saying the same thing, the same card was coming up, you know, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, you know, and the Tower card. And yeah, what does that say? Just pay attention, you idiot.
And there's a line of resonance that's undeniable.
There is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a line of resonance that's undeniable because it's coming up with all these different people.
Yes. In this group,
it means
it's like
there.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You know,
yeah, it's there.
It's like we all come up to the river, and you know, so you need to dip your cup. I mean, for me, I said, screw the cup. I'm out there, you know, with a full 5-gallon bucket, you know, and I'm trying to get more than that. But, you know, so, Elevated Lioness, I drew a channel drawing of a long, eerie looking gray being. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're out there.
I wonder if that's what's trying to get through. I just saw that.
It's interesting.
I literally saw that.
It's just like you said, it's this duality of this existence.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have darkness, you know, because if it's absolute darkness, then, you know, that just, I don't see how absolute darkness can exist. Maybe it can. I don't know, but because it seems like light is always emanating. I was in the shower singing this morning that the light of my spirit shines bright, that no darkness can encompass it, because I am the spark of the divine. I'm singing this in the shower, and I'm going, well, someone put on the recording. I think I can. But, you know, but that's what I was singing. It was weird.
Like I said, wisdom is above division. But anything below wisdom, and they say wisdom was the first emanation from source itself. Sophia.
So do you find in the discussion and chat room, I'm curious on this one as well, do you find knowledge to be good or evil?
Know the ledge. It's know the division. You know division when you have knowledge. You know the ledge.
Yeah, because, you know, knowledge is one of those things. I like that, because so often you're on the ledge when you're seeking, you know, knowledge. And I have found so often that you do get to a point where either you're going to jump or you're not. You're going to turn back. I found that I lived most of my life without a safety net as an entrepreneur.
Me too. Jumping without a parachute. Wait.
Someone said that, you know, you have a golden parachute. I said, what the hell is that? You know, it's always been, and I guess that, you know, it kind of trains us for it, you know, because there was never no net. If you fail, well, it's like the guy that it's like the guy that fell off the 10-story building. You know, the cops were talking to people on the different floors, and they was talking to a woman on the 3rd floor, and they said, did you hear anything as he went by? And she said, yeah, I did. And the cop said, well, what was he saying? She said, well, I knew he was an optimist. The cop said, why? She said, because he said, so far, so good. It's like, I love that, you know.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. That's a true optimist. I love that.
Oh, yeah, it is. I love it.
I love it. It's like that's the only way to be.
Yep. Oh, boy.
And, you know, and the other thing is, so if a schizophrenic decided to commit suicide, isn't that a hostage situation?
Yeah. And which personality were they ending the life?
Of course it is, you know. Well, Miss Trina, this hour has gone. How do I contact Trina. Well, all her information is right below in the description box. And Trina, tell them how your channel.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to start some stuff up again. I'm trying to start to do some practice with some sessions over the technology, because I've only done in-person work before. So this is a new venture for me. So very soon you'll be seeing more content. I don't know exactly when, because it's going to take a little time to get some stuff produced. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a venture, but yeah, it's time to start doing some serious healing work. And the universe is within you guys, and dive into the universe.
Humanity can use the talent that you have. I mean, it's healing.
Yeah.
It to me, if someone asked me, if you were to define wealth, what would it be? And I would say, well, it would have to be healing. Yeah. Because healing is on so many different levels. It can be with my flesh. It can be with my soul. It can be with my spirit. Yeah. I mean, the mind, Yeah. Yeah.
Healing, it's we experience trauma so we can heal. I think it's part of the experience that we need.
Yeah, Michelle, good fortune on your healing. I like that, Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And Steve says go ahead, hon.
I think it's profound that most of our dis-ease is a product of our own internal universe. So
and when that word in the Greek, disease, you know where it comes from?
What?
Divided peace.
There you go. It's exactly what it is.
Stress. What disease is. It's divided peace.
Yeah, exactly. But that's profound. Beautiful truth. I love that.
It disassociates you with ease.
Yes. That's exactly dis-ease. It takes away the ease. The stress overtakes the body.
Bingo. Yeah. Bingo.
Absolutely.
By the way, the 40-hour work week here in America, that's a recent thing. It only came about 120 years ago. I keep on contending, man is not meant to slave his essence or her essence for the 40 years of when the prime of the energy is there. They zap it and then they throw off the shreds of us, and we're going, well, now what? We got to change that
on purpose, Wayne, because literally that we would be so much more advanced.
Elderberry, why don't you email me? I want to talk to you about with our good friend Big Al, who's out there somewhere on the roads. Be careful, Al and Perry. We love you guys. Harry says, we learn from each other and we grow together. Then we learn more and grow more. It's a wonderful place. Elevated Lioness, we'd love to have you on. Thank you for all your tribe. Favor to y'all. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Yeah. That's how we hang here.
Thank you.
We like giving, the gift bags, everybody gets a door prize. And when you leave, we give you your, your goodie bag. So, it's got things like healing in there. It's got friendship. It's got some, it's got a lot of bit of favor there. And
I was just going to say, it's got a whole bunch of favor.
It's a fun bag. That's all I got to say.
It's a favor bag.
And Lucky Smith says he does his affirmation readings at 7 or 7:30 Eastern time. And they are great. They are good. You could actually make a recording of those and put them into a loop while you're sleeping.
Yep.
That's how I learned the Bible. I mean, I have an identic memory already, but I learned a long time ago. So I would listen to it at night, and it gets
I've done
way
that
down
for a long time, Wayne.
It works.
I listen to
it
something,
does.
And if it really resonates with me, I'll put it in, and when I'm going to sleep, and that's going into my subconscious mind. And I've done that for years, and it's powerful. It really is.
When I was out raising investment funds, that's what I would do. I would do a self-recording of myself and play it at night, and it works.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because I'm such a groovy guy. All right, Miss Trina, I love you, dear.
I've listened to you too, Wayne, in my subconscious many a time. Seriously. Yeah. And
get out of my head, man.
And even like some of our shows. I was like, you know what? I want to go back into that information and that frequency. And it's a wonderful teaching tool and a way to help me remember some of the things that I've accomplished with my own journey within my own reality and my own gnosis. So it is truly all about what's happening within us. And I think we're getting ready to get into some beautiful keys to learn how to recode the fabric of reality through the word and through the word. Like I said, when you drop the favor word into this world, you changed our world, Wayne. And it changed your world too.
Paul Joe says, nice, Wayne. I slept with the Bible also.
I've done that too. I've done that too.
It's so true. I like that.
Guilty. Slept with the Bible more than once. Yeah. All it asleep.
And by the way, folks, once I get the move over with, we've got these woods, we got acreage. And so I'll be doing some actual on-site recordings of paranormal, and as things get down the road, you know, I have you come out. Elderberry, thank you, my friend. And you know, so when people come and visit, you know, we're going to actually have a little place to go to hang out with the spirit.
Paranormal research, that's right.
Yeah. Joyce says naked fires. You know, you might get a mosquito bite on your butt, but I don't know, you know.
Or two or three.
Yeah. Famous line in Star Trek The Next Generation when the Borg came in there and Dr. Crusher said they were trying to figure out, you know, how to work. And she said something that, you know, if you got a problem so big, don't try to be as big as the problem. Look at it from the position of a mosquito. A mosquito doesn't look at you as a challenge, but it looks at you as a dinner because you're a big opportunity. So, yeah. Wow. All right. Well, thank you. They were here.
I was just wondering, yes, if they were going to show up. They said at the very end.
Wow. And that was an electromagnetic disturbance.
Right on.
Wow. Way
Hi,
to go.
friend.
Well, thank you.
Thank love.
You. All right, everybody. We love you.
Wayne, can we do something really quick?
Yeah.
Ask if we can get a reading on the box. If
Let's see.
The love we sent earlier is helping them hold the line.
Let's see.
And will we be successful to hold this line?
Okay.
Can we hold the line? Are we helping?
Yeah.
Help hold the line, guys.
Hold the line. Well, let's see what very quickly. I know we're going over a little bit, so but
that's so
allow
fun.
me to. Okay.
Liquid. Gina.
What is
That's odd. It came to you.
What did it say?
Dancer, quit. My dog's wanting to go out. Liquid. Design.
Liquid design. Use water. Emotion. Okay.
Yeah. How interesting.
Hold. Blog.
You're talking about doing a blog?
True. Grandfather. Paranormal. 4 years.
Wow.
Floor.
Wow, it's really active in here.
Maryland.
Someone in Maryland?
Danger.
Wow.
Leader.
Whoa. Whoa, I don't know what the frink is going on, but there's only one leader I know that's in Maryland or close.
Pushed.
Wow.
Between.
Them.
Wow.
Wow.
I had a feeling there was something that we wanted to convey. Interesting.
And now it's gone blank.
Yeah, as I say, I think they're done. That was it.
Yeah, there's nothing happening. There's nothing happening.
Yep, thank you.
Karen.
Karen. Wow. Okay, that was weird.
Interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
We'll do another session on this as we get further into this.
I have a
Gina says she's in Maryland. Wow.
I have a strong suspicion, Wayne, if you and I got in the same vicinity, we would have some very powerful communication
I
coming
think
through that
so.
box. Yeah.
There's quite a few in this group. If we ever, we're going to do it. And again, if y'all are in Indiana, Grandpa Brian is having the Soul Tribe group meeting. I think it's the 11th to the 14th, but we'll get more of that.
Yes, we
Watch
will.
out for the Karens.
Right.
Okay, I'll agree with you. All right, everyone. Much love to you. Thank you for tuning in. Soul Tribe, we love you. Miss Trina, much love to you, dear. And we'll see
Always to
y'all
you.
real soon. That's all I'll
Yeah,
say. All
real
right.